All right, guys. Seriously, what a question. But you know what? Maybe there's something here. Could those three unclean spirits like frogs that came out of the mouth of the dragon down by the river Euphrates, are they the first biblical account of aliens? You know, frogs are green, primarily green. So I guess if I was, if I was just seeing something like that, I'd be freaked out. I would say, here's this imp-looking reptilian entity that with the hands and the gecko moves and stuff. First thing you might think of is, oh my God, it's like a frog, but it's like a frog man. Is it? Is it a demon? Is that what people are seeing when they see aliens? Is this the first biblical account of an alien? Let me talk about this in just a second. Let me check something for you guys. First of all, www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Not everyone's interested in precious metals or IRAs, 401ks, rollovers. Some people are just happy getting through life savings on the stock market. That's fine. But some people are launching themselves into property investments. That's fine. Some like the idea of cryptocurrency or leveraged investments. That's fine, I guess. But all of this, you need to ask yourself, but what if something goes wrong with any of those scenarios? With the supply chain issues, the hyperinflation, the new taxation, the misrepresentation, the weird manifestations. I would start asking myself a question. Is this all a little bit risky? Maybe diversification, there's a good word, is what we need. Get a hold of Colin Plume at noblegoldinvestment.com. That's Colin Plume at noblegoldinvestment.com. Call him on the phone at 877-646-5347. Let's see if he can help you with some diversification with a precious metal IRA. If you do, he'll give you this 5 ounces of pure silver, America the Beautiful coin. He'll give it to you for free. That's Colin Plume at noblegoldinvestment.com. Tell him Pastor Begley sent you there, okay? All right. This is a question. This is just a question. But obviously, let's think about this a minute. Now, we had a serpent that was walking on its feet and could talk, that presented itself to Eve in the Garden of Eden. It was walking, talking, and was lying and was deceptive. A serpent. So it had to be a reptilian type creature. And this thing was demonically charged. There's no doubt about it. But you can't really say it was a demon because it actually had a physical body, and it was a creature made by God. So it sounds as if it would be very alien to us today. If you've seen what Eve saw in the garden, you would say, that's an alien. A walking serpent with arms and legs and talking. You would say that's an alien. Okay? That would be what you would say in today's world. Now, don't forget, we've had Nephilims, giants, and Rephims, giants, during the days in the Bible, in Genesis chapter 6, of course, when the fallen ones, the sons of God, looked upon the daughters of men and saw that they were fair, took them as they chose and made them wives unto them, and they then bore children that were mighty men. They were half man, half fallen angels. So they're called Nephilims or Rephims. And this whole concept actually was brought to the world really by L.A. Marzulli when he wrote the trilogy on Nephilims, which ended up being #1 bestseller. And he wrote 3 books on that subject. Now, from that, the church finally said, yeah, you know what, you got a point here. There was giants. There were giants before and after the flood. There were giants in Canaan when Caleb and Joshua went there, and they said, we look like grasshoppers. And there were giants when David killed Goliath, and there was other giants in the land. And we know that all the different Amaleks, Moabites, Hittites, Jebusites, Amaleks, Parasites, termites, all kinds of ites. We know that these guys were everywhere. So that would certainly think. And then if you look at the extra biblical text, Enoch, he describes these extraterrestrial beings, just like it says in Genesis, these Nephilims. Then we move into the New Testament, and we don't really see any of this until we find ourselves in Revelation. Then in Revelation, we see all kinds. I mean, oh, by the way, don't forget, there were some unicorns in the Old Testament. There's a satyr, half man, half goat in the Old Testament. And we've got some stuff over there. And yes, Jude does talk about brute beast. And the Bible does talk about creatures and every living thing. And don't forget Leviathan in the book of Job. Let's not just forget the sea serpent, the demon sea serpent. All right. And Lucifer, the prince of the power of the air. I mean, let's not forget all these different lizard people and all these weird alien formed looking folks. But really, when you get into Revelation, you start reading about these locusts that come out of the bottomless pit that have helmets and brass and iron wings and they stingers out of their tail and what are those? And then you have other weird creatures, beasts in the book of Daniel. Daniel saw it in a vision. Of course, it was talking about empires then, countries, but still. But this story here, you gotta put your microphone on so you don't forget, so people can hear you. This story here in the book of Revelation, go with me to the 16th, Apollyon, go to the 16th chapter of the book of Revelation, and let's just ask ourselves a question. What is it John saw? Did John see the first New Testament biblical aliens? Let me just read what it says. It says in verse 12, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates. Again, here we are. We're in Euphrates again. And the water thereof was dried up. What's happening right now? The water is dried up. It was dried up that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. So the battle's coming. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs. What? Because remember, he's in a vision. He's having an open vision right now. So he sees these frogmen. Demonic presence. They're like frogs, but they're in the spirit as they come out of the mouth of this dragon and out of the mouth of the beast and out of the mouth of the false prophet. So he saw them come out of the mouth of Lucifer, the dragon, the beast, the Antichrist, and the false prophet. They're all spitting out the demons that live within, the alien life forms that are extraterrestrial to a human being. And for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth into the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief, Jesus said. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Now, I want to say something to you. I think it's very, 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 now it's possible that with AI technology that we could be seeing some weird things also. Computer generated, Project Blue Beam, virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D, 3D, I forgot the word. I mean, there's some stuff they can do now that's the lying signs and wonders. So some of that can be a play here. But what I think John saw was certainly, definitely physical forms of a spirit manifesting as a physical little green men like frogs. These were the demons. And I think he actually is the first guy before Roswell, way before Roswell. I think that John the Revelator saw the first 3 aliens. And it wasn't pretty. And they were nobody to play with. And they were nobody to get involved with. They were demonic. They were certainly had the spirit of demons in them. They were hanging around the Euphrates River, but that's not the first time we got some fallen angels being bound to the Euphrates. We know Babylon's there. We're not far from Nimrod's castle. We're not far from the Mount of Temptation, where Jesus was taken by Lucifer. You know, we did a couple webinars, okay? I mean, just recently we done Aliens, Angels, and Demons, okay? So this is our newest one. You certainly want to get a copy of this, Aliens, Angels, and Demons. You got to get this. What a great. Avi Loeb is even. We even interviewed Avi Loeb. I just saw Avi Loeb was in the news 6 hours ago, saying he really truly believes that there's no question that there are extraterrestrials, that there are alien life forms. I'm saying there is too. I'm saying that we need to understand what it is. I mean, what John saw is what people are describing today that they're having encounters with. It's happening right now. So, and this is important. I mean, I'm not going to run away from the subject. I'm not going to try to hide in the sand and say, I don't want to talk. We have the unicorns in the Bible. We have white horses and red horses and black horses and pale horses. We have satyrs in the Bible, half man, half goat. What? Leviathan, the serpent of the sea. Apollyon crawling out of the bottomless pit of the abyss. Giants in the land that make us look like grasshoppers. Why can't we have an alien or 2 or 3 hanging around the Euphrates River, corrupting the minds of the world leaders and trying to drag everybody into the Battle of Armageddon to die on the battlefield? Aliens. Phone home, E.T. phone home. Oh, Elliot. I mean, you know, so I'm just getting people ready for this. Oh, by the way, we also did a webinar. What was that one called? Aliens, AI, and the Antichrist. I think that was what it was called, wasn't it? Aliens, AI, and the Antichrist. We did that one last year. So it really, if you watch that webinar and all those great information there, which was phenomenal, and then get a hold of this one with 11 DVDs on it, Aliens, Angels, and Demons, I think you start to get a picture. There's different opinions in this. I don't agree with all the opinions. I don't always agree with the opinions of the speakers in the webinars. But what I want to do is I don't want to just bring you 10 people that all singing the same thing and, you know, and have you bored to death by the third speaker. You say, oh, I've already heard this before. So what I feel like, to be fair, you bring in some experts, you bring in some theologians, you bring in some people who have been studying the situation, and you let everything get on the table, and then you can decide from what you hear what makes sense with the Bible. And generally, it'll come out. Once you hear it all, you say, yeah, you know what? I'm not going out on a limb with that. This makes more sense. But I'm just saying right now, could it be that John the Revelator saw the first 3 aliens, the frogmen of the demon spirit world, before Roswell and Area 51? I have to say that one of my bucket list, I can mark off my bucket list, riding down through the desert
I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to get out of the rain. L.A. Marzulli could hardly remember his name when we saw a cow that was totally maimed. Na, 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 na. I mean, seriously, I write it off my bucket list that L.A. Marzulli, myself, and Heidi drove through the extraterrestrial highway, stopped because a cow could have been mutilated, but it wasn't. And then we went on to Little Rachel, where we had a cheeseburger and fries at the Little Alien Inn. And then we went on into Tonopah, Nevada. I can say we went right past Area 51, and I seen nothing. I don't see nothing. I know nothing. I don't want to reveal nothing. It was nothing. No. I'll be right back. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time. Are you serious? The King is coming.
There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
Ain't no grave
Gonna hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna get up out of the ground. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the silver.
Look way down the river. What do you think you see? I see a band of angels, and they're coming after me. Well, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. No, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
That's right. Don't tell Heidi.
Look down yonder, Gabriel. Put your feet on the land and see. Gabriel, don't blow that trumpet until you hear from me. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. No, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
You better get ready, because the rapture is just around the corner. Yeshua is coming. That's right.
Well, meet me, Jesus, meet me. Meet me in the middle of the air. And if these wings don't fail me, I'll meet you anywhere. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. No, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Well, meet me, mother and father, down by the river road. Mama, you know I'll be there. I'm a checking in my load. Well, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. No, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Oh, there ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
Oh yeah. You better get ready.